kind of evenly matched up here with both ends. Like, as we already discussed, the lanes are going to be very important here, how you start to turn into your mid-game profit. But anything is really open here, because I feel like this is a 50-50. Might be the first time I actually say this is a true 50-50 here.
It does feel very evenly matched, yes. I think at the very least what's important here as well is that the cut has a draft that you can play really fast, high-pressure Dota with. The only big cooldown that they have are the Serpent Wards, really. Everything else is fast. Everything else can be played forward. They have a very
Mm.
tanky lineup as well with the Mars Wraith King Ogre, all suitable to frontline for the other two. So they can definitely play that same playstyle that they have before.
But I like these moves that the cut is already doing. They take themselves on a superior position on the high ground. Wraith King has also started with a magic stick, which is probably already because of the Tidehunter Anchor Smash spam. So I kind of like that idea. I've seen some pretty interesting starting builds in the last few days. What was the Legion Commander with quad gauntlets with 960 HP at level 1? I was like, okay,
Yep.
sure thing.
Hit me, bruh. Hit
Hit
me.
me, bruh. Exactly. It's been some pretty interesting starters. I don't think there's anything too much out of the ordinary. You think about it. Classic Orb of Venom for the Ogre. DogChamp. Well, we also got an orb on the Treant, so we're going to be seeing a lot of trading, as we've already seen the lane roll out before this actual laning stage begins. I'm just waiting. Does DogChamp walk into this trap or not? Because this might be also a thing that they've played in scrims before. The cut would like to play aggressive on their high ground position. Don't know if DogChamp has played that many scrims. I remember them not playing too many games together.
I wish I could tell you, but if I never knew, I wouldn't.
Yeah, exactly. And here we go. They're going to come in from the back. Skirmishes. MacDuck will be the one to lead it. But not going to throw the stun yet. And they want to target the PA. That's a perfect target to go for. But Wraith King is dropping fairly low and actually gets taken down by DogChamp. And that's going to be a second one with Pingu trying to make a run for it. It's a double kill for the Tree Protector. And we are 14 seconds into this game. What was that?
Well, that certainly backfired. I think they went off the ramp just a second too early, giving DogChamp the ability to actually step out. And then with the Wraith King leading the charge, he is not actually that tanky on these early levels. Doesn't have a lot of armor, so he gets demolished. Painful start.
Yeah, it's like the aggressors became the hunted in that case. Not quite what the cut was looking for, but I guess if that's some kind of next level bait, I mean, this is the pretty much undefeated team throughout this DPC. Maybe they wanted to give a classic false sense of security. We like to use that word a lot, so in this case, I feel like it just might be the theme. But we'll see. We'll see.
You don't become the champs without taking a couple of risks.
That is very true. Looking at our mid matchup with Kids Co-op versus the Puck. There's been some ideas with their builds. I mean, I'm looking at the Shadow Strike has already been leveled up by the Co-op, so you can force out the phase shift.
Which is interesting. You don't always see this. Sometimes the Co-ops just say, alright, I wanted to max the Scream of Pain anyway, so I'm just going to go for that. We're not going to force out this level on the Puck here.
It does seem like the build these days that everyone just goes for 044. Wraith King, though. Ooh, low HP. Yaren gets stunned as well, and Pingu's gonna deliver the pain. Take that.
And deliver the heals, and then on the top lane as well, both carries really taking a beating with Stonebank. Also getting taken down to very low HP.
Started exactly as it was intended to, right?
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. Bloody Nine is just laning this area. He's like, you cut down all my trees, I don't care. I am the forest. I will bring the forest to you.
Yeah, the classic Treant, basically. Not being able to be inside the trees this time, so might as well just play a classic melee support in the lane. Still CS is fairly even. Mars has a couple more than the Phantom Assassin does right now. And look at that. We do have the Shackles onto the Treant Protector. PA wants to go onto the Shaman. Treant is living through this. Has the chance to throw out the Leech Seed. And is going to go around, juking around in the trees. Go away for a second as Stonebank finishes off the Shaman. So even if the Cut are the aggressors, it can go the other way around. And it does this time for DogChamp.
Yeah, lack of trees to pin into there. Definitely also a handicap for the Mars, it turns out.
Very true. Double-edged sword. 3 minutes in. Pretty early kills. DogChamp certainly happy with those early ones. I think when you look at the Treant Protector, him already getting that double kill, wanting to get a bit of an extra increased bounty on his head, didn't quite work out. Now that he's, well, he didn't actually get the third kill to make himself into a killing spree. He's got that, what does he actually have on the courier, what I'm wondering? What did he spend all his money on? More regen, okay.
Mm-hmm.
That as well.
Yeah, Bloody Nine's job is just to get Stonebank through the laning stage. At level 3 on a Treant, usually you've done all of the tanking that you can. The damage on the enemies is going to scale too much, and your low movement speed doesn't really allow you to engage freely anymore, unless you want to get your hands on some boots. But it's usually a better idea to start putting your points into the living armor, shielding people, making sure that your carry is topped up, and waiting for the sweet, sweet moment where they disappear into the jungle so that you can take over their lane and use that nature's grasp to get your levels up.
Whoopsie!
We do get a go sign, but I'm also kind of wondering, so we don't have opponents on each other's mute lists, so to say. Not seeing the go sign. We actually had that one game where the admin had to say that the other team is ready. Oh, okay, go.
Listen, man, if they're taunting you all game, they don't deserve to talk to you anymore. This is how it is.
Yeah, all the beef. Puck unable to actually dodge the Scream of Pain there for a second, which was a bit interesting. I feel like Rayla Lisa should have been able to dodge that one, but instead takes another hit to the face. Puck and Quap both even right now in CS.
Aurelia Lisa hanging on in there.
And DNM taking a pummeling here in top. We do have Giant coming out from the side, but they already did do the damage onto the Mars. They're happy with that. Bottom lane onto Scourge McDuck. They've got the stun to connect, but Tidehunter's kind of out of mana at this point. Nothing really to give in advance, so he's just going to keep on right-clicking away.
Yeah, at this point in time, he's bigger than the Wraith King, and he's got that Ring of Health as well. Of course, the Wraith King himself with Helm of Iron Will, which is also what made the difference for DNM up in the top lane. He does not have anything to fear from Stonebank anymore with that extra armor.
Testing the waters at least. Just wondering, does he actually get the... He doesn't even have a Soul Ring of the Courier. I'm wondering if he did want to go for that with the double Gauntlets of Strength.
I imagine so.
It, could still build it later on. Coming in the jungle. Need to contest with these pulls, but otherwise we have a calm phase. At least the last 2 minutes have been pretty easy. Just a bit of trading, no actual kills, but as we say that, the Treant Protector does get pinned onto a wall. A wall of trees, and Giant is dropping low. Stonebank, another dagger available. There's still DNM. He has his cooldowns for a second, and I think Stonebank has been counting seconds in his mind. When can I go in, and when do I have to come out?
Yep, and you see here that the Treant can't really afford to get into the lane anymore. It's just all up to him to keep Stonebank alive.
There is that early point in not only just the living armor, but the Leech Seed. So every spell leveled up once. Now we can get to see if Treant wants to max out the armor. Do they want to keep up the fighting pace? At least the towers ain't going to be taking damage for quite some time, because the tower damage from the cut is time dependent right now. They need a lot of heroes to commit for it, and right now they are going for the action runes.
Giant Foundry
able to take the illusion. Oh, the Hex is going to come out first, and Puck's going to be in trouble, and Puck's going to be dead. Hits doesn't waste any second to throw out the Sonic Wave screen combo when the Puck is gone.
Painful. Lisa got a little bit of extra time with the creep wave there. Kids backed off the moment he got level 6 to regen and gets rewarded with a kill once he returns with enough mana to actually cast a Sonic Wave. That feels really good of your kids. He gets to steal the camp, he gets to steal the bounty rune. Everything's coming up co-op.
All working out nicely according to the plan. One thing about the Wraith King Soul Ring, it's nice to have it to be able to secure reincarnation. Right now, it doesn't look like he's even going to get the reincarnation because he's dead before he hits level 6. Does he though?
Oh, he got.
Well. Oh, he did kill the range creep. He did go to the range creep to get that level 6. And is that the turnaround? Is that really the turnaround? Lisa gets himself out. Tidehunter also needs a bit of XP. You go and kill that range creep on the enemy side to get your level 6, eh? You've got a soul ring.
No, they're going in for him.
This one. Oh, just killed the range creep already. There we go. The level 6 is going to be there. He's leveled up the Ravage, but he doesn't have the mana for it. 4 stick charges. And he tried to cast a Ravage there, but he's not going to get it off on time. Lisa gets to walk out, but it's a carry for an off-lane trade in the end. Talking about playing with XP, Kips.
Yeah, that was a pretty nifty play from the Wraith King there, but unfortunately it just leads to him dying twice, which is why I was surprised that he skilled it up at all. Lisa still had a lot of tools, he still had a ton of HP over on the Tide, and he pays the price for his miscalculations.
Really like that move there from Scourge McDuck anyway, but still now that him having his reincarnation on cooldown, he doesn't want to go bottom. He saw the Ravage is now up on the Tidehunter. No pointless risk needs to be taken here. And even the Ogre is forced to TP out. Oh, he missed the Ravage! Oh boy.
No.
Okay, well, he used Anchor Smash, Gush, and then Ravage. He used every spell in the wrong order as well. Supposed to get the minus armor first, then the smash, but what's good of a Ravage if the opponent's already TP'd out?
Yeah. At the very least, though, that means that bottom lane is vacated. Lucky gets to take most of the HP on the bottom tower here. Yeah. And with a Treant on their team, they don't actually have to trade for any towers at all, if they don't feel like it. Unless, of course, the cut mass enough heroes on the top lane. Yeah, they're bringing 4. Look at that. They're not going to get bamboozled by a tree here. Who has 2
and they're going to go on the co-op meanwhile, and there's exactly it. They do use the Terrorize. That is a hasted co-op as well. Lisa takes some heavy damage. Can't dodge the Sonic Wave.
Turn!
That's going to be a double kill for Kits. Yes, sir. Look at that co-op go. That was a beautiful turnaround. Recognizing the situation, they use both of their ults. They have no way to get themselves out of there. And obviously, having 1 point in your phase shift is not enough to dodge a Sonic Wave. You're still going to come back to the AoE. Followed up with the Scream. Hey, that's a nice double for the co-op. Beautiful, Kits. Beautiful.
Great recognition there that popping the haste rune actually will make him run out of the dangerous situation faster through the fear.
Attempt from DogChamp kind of backfired, you could almost say. Dream Protector also driven away from this mid lane. And by Kits. Kits now leading net worth with almost 5,000. Holding onto a killing spree too. Action runes spawning now, and it's going to be a regen as well for this co-op, so everything is going in Kits' favor. So, Kips, what is the play for DogChamp next? Because this PA needs to farm towards her Battle Fury.
She does, and the man you use to get the space for it is the Tidehunter. Right now, he needs to be on the mid tower because his Treant can't actually hold on his own. He simply does not have enough levels, and he didn't get to hold the top tower to recover from that laning stage either. So he's at level 5 right now and not likely to have an easy place to get some levels up in a Nature's Grasp, max out the living armor. The Tide is basically a big Ravage threatening wall to slow down the cut here. And he's going to have to make good reads and mirroring their movements, because if he reads wrong, then Stonebank is going to get ganked. There's absolutely no doubt about it. They will try to find him.
Yeah, that triangle is going to be heavily contested at least, so I like that they have that Ops Ward down, still for another minute 30 seconds. But I think in a couple more minutes, that's going to be a very, very crowded area. Unless with that top tower down, they can maybe potentially find Realisa calmly farming the jungle. Here comes Giant, instant hex. The spear's going to be there. This puck is looking done for, with the shackles coming out too. So more than enough damage for the cut to find another kill, this time onto the mid hero.
Bloody Nine finished his TP. That's ill-advised.
Pops his ulti, but that's just to escape. Is he gonna escape is the big question. They're just gonna cut down the trees with the Quelling Blade from the Mars and make sure that that's gonna be another one in the books for the cut. Stone Bank. Make that maybe even another kill. Co-op's gonna be... Sorry, the puck. Co-op's gonna be chasing the PA. What am I saying here? Stone Bank able to get the TP back home. Sonic Wave actually pushes him or her away so the screen doesn't connect.
And so Pingu cannot get a Fire Blast off.
Structures are fortified.
That is a little bit of a breather for DogChamp, but right now the tempo from the cut lies so high that they don't really have any time to fix their problems. They can't go and deward their jungle, they have lanes to push out. They need to leverage Looky Looky right now. But they also keep on losing this tree end over on the side, and Stonebank has had to vacate the bottom lane. Which once again leaves the middle open for aggression.
Feels like a situation where you just landed a bad tweet and now you're back in damage control. But the Shaman still wants to turn around, but the Ravage comes out from Looky Looky. And Scourge McDuck will pop for the first time in just a second. Armlet toggle 1, but nope,
nothing for the second round.
Out. And here comes DNM from the back. Tries to get the spear, but they're protecting the puck. Puck has a treant in between. And Realisa able to go to the move, but also Kits was waiting for the puck to arrive. And the Co-op will take down the puck as the Shaman also brought back into the fight. And Giant will help onto this kill on the Tidehunter. Make that another. Bloody Nine does get the Roshan deny, but that is still going to be the cut, taking this mid tower down. There's the wards placed down in a nice little circle, or a nice little, you could almost say moon shape. Take this tower out.
Taking the fight to Scourge McDuck is about the riskiest thing you can do. If you take him down, sure, you actually slow down the entirety of the game, but we know that the cut likes to leverage Scourge McDuck early. This man has been playing these Bristleback games. This man has been playing this Wraith King before. You deliberately 4-man into the only place where they're naturally going to be 5-man to protect their carry. It attracts the attention, but you're losing heroes for no gain of territory, and they were sieging the mid tower before. Now their own mid tower is dead instead.
With that as well, we don't actually get to see a Radiance on the Wraith King, so Armlet Deso, the classic build instead. Some players opt to go for the Radiance. Scourge McDuck, he ain't one of those. At least in this game. I guess it's really if you have like very hit-dependent heroes like Ursus and stuff who don't really have necessarily the room for an MKB, who don't really benefit from the damage itself and just the the hit chance effect instead.
Yeah, I think there's still some utility for the Radiance as a mischance aura and farming tool, but these days you don't get enough out of the super long waiting period that you have, a super long build up for the Radiance, when instead you can get items that both increase your farming and your fighting capability.
Yeah. Can't get everything these days. Gotta work hard for it. We had a pretty good discussion with a friend of mine. Well, I mean, he hasn't been playing Dota that much lately, so his points were like, Dota is much harder now than it used to be because of all the confusion with all the new items and all that. And I was like, I don't think so. Like, I feel like Dota is a bit more easier and more simpler now because of the, you know, repetition. Players are getting better. Everyone kind of knows how the game already works. We've gone past the basics quite some time ago.
Yeah, I think it's easier for everybody who is invested because, as you say, there's less variance. But that's all knowledge that somebody like him just doesn't have right now, and he needs to build that all back up again. If you lose touch with Dota, it's actually pretty hard to get back into.
Oh, Dota is the game of the smart people. DNM. Well, talking about smartness, that's going to be a miss on the spear. And there is a Tidehunter getting prepared with the Ravage, so that is a backfired attempt by the cut. Smartness prevails for DogChamp thanks to the foolishness of this Mars in this case. Run, you fools.
I always remember how foolish he looked. Sorry, DNM. He's a good kid. I was very happy with his switch to offlane, actually. I think there's a lot of offlaner shortages. If you want to make a name for yourself, if you want to play the role that most teams need right now.
This is one of those
Be an
moments where
offlaner.
you really have to pick your words carefully when you're talking about DNM and the boys. But right now, Scourge McDucky's going to be the one jumped on. Has a reincarnation available. Pingu's going to be throwing in some Ignite from the back lines. And the Strength Protector looks to be going down first. And he's going to buy back for it because they know that they have the numbers. They've got the manpower for it, but DogChamp is disengaging. As soon as they saw the Mars and the Shaman walk in and Bloody Nine bought back, that was kind of like their threat movement to force the cut out while they want to disengage. I think something was kind of missing there.
Damage. If you kill that Wraith King faster there, you have a lot easier of a time. At the very least though, they've kicked the cut out of their jungle and it's disabled them from being able to actually to replace the vision that they had there. So now that pick off that we saw earlier on Rayla Lisa on the puck, that's not going to happen again for a while unless the cut replaced that vision.
Tidehunter with a fresh blink. If he did blink onto the low ground, that would be a fresh Shaman to be grabbed. Nabbed. You see the Tidehunter this whole time though, but do they see the rest of them walking in and literally surrounding this Shaman? They have not seen Giants. That's the big issue here. They could kill this Willow before anything else happens. This time DNM doesn't miss the spear. He's a smart kid. Gets the Sonic Web as well from Kits and forces the Tidehunter on the run. And Stonebank is also jumping the heck out of there. So that's the quick Willow kill. That is a TP rotation towards bottom too. So Puck gets the farm freely in the top, but so does the Wraith King.
Yep. At the very least, the PA has made it relatively unscathed to a Battle Fury, so the farm has been turned on for Stonebank now. And with the minus armor of the Tidehunter Gush as well, Stonebank can blow up people in these team fights, even if he only has Battle Fury BKB.
We're going to need a bit more items on almost all of our heroes right now. Our mid game is going to be some heavy firepower, hectic team fighting, and talking about this Phantom Assassin and her time, and her, you could almost say power spike as well. You kind of need the third item for it. You've got one, you're almost finished with two. As Kits is going to get jumped on with an instant Ravage with the Overgrowth, and that's going to be a streak going in the arms of, you know, the Willow, who was killed a moment ago. Come back into action. Yarn picks that one up and now has the money for her Blink Dagger. She's going to instantly buy it. Now DogChamp on a roll. Can they get this Mars though? Or are you going to blink out? They don't see Giant with the high ground, so I guess they'll just suffice with pushing out the wave and take that one quad kill.
Yep. And DogChamp, I'm not sure they should stick around here. Fighting with the threat of a Ravage is a whole lot different than fighting with the Tide as just a frontliner, because he has no way to force the engagement on top of himself. He can get kited, he can get ignored. So yeah, they back off and take this time to farm instead. With Rayla Lisa still remaining on the top lane. That's a good way to catch up in farm as well. So he's got the Witchblade, got a Blink Dagger, lots of damage here. Going into the Sanjin Kaya next.
Need that
Unfortunately,
tanky
the split up. Yeah, the tanky puck.
Up already has her Kaya Sanj, while Scourge McDuck making short work of this Roshan. Serpent Wards used inside the pit. No contest. Or no contesting. I don't guess it's a Roshan contest. In this case, I always get those two words wrong. Two completely different meanings, but it ain't a beauty contest, at least.
Luckily,
Roche.
it ain't. No, but with
yeah.
with that Ravage down, there was no way that DogChamp was ever going to contest, right?
Really. I mean, I guess you could throw in some bodies. You've got Overgrowth. Puck has a nice nice amount of burst. PA maybe throwing a dagger for a kill. But since you don't have the BKB on PA, I guess you just minimize the risks, let it go. But it also does provide Kits with immortality for the next 5 minutes. So the next team fight that's going to break loose, they still have this heavy hitting quap with the massive burst on squishies against DogChamp's heroes. But she's still going to come back a second time. But I still feel like that Aegis ain't the best on the quap at this situation, because she's still got long cooldowns to go with, decent right click, but you still got armor heroes against you. You can't really stand and fight on this hero, you're still a bit weak. So it's the best hero that could carry this Aegis right now, but I don't feel like this Quap's gonna have too much impact considering what DogChamp has as their heroes against this.
Sure, but she'll force to blow a couple of spells on her, as well as that she can stand in positions like this and not be afraid to doom her team to a lost fight after, right? You can play much more independently now, which is certainly a boon.
And you can definitely do some hit and run style tactics here with the cut, because you're not really gonna get hit by a stun. I mean, overgrowth is the only way to actually keep this Quap in place, unless you have a puck coming in with coil.
Rainbow TPs.
Willow's not gonna be as successful as well, but neither is this Treant Protector, who's actually gonna be inside this arena, going his time until the end of days. Well, Kits also gets a quick yarn. That is the Sonic Wave used. Teleport away from the rest of the heroes, but the cut finding these kills should be able to push down bottom. That's at least going to be a tier 1 tower, maybe even a second one too. DogChamp's unable to defend them right now.
Yeah, they're playing methodical Dota right now. Push in the top wave all the way to the racks, see if you can get some kills in your own jungle, kick them out, deward, and then take the bottom side. All the outers need to go.
I really like this. Instead of actually going for the push, they looking for more kills in DNM. Gonna find Stoneback. Stoneback goes for the BKB usage. Rayla Lisa quickly throws in the coil, but this puck's in trouble. The Ravage is gonna come out as well from Luki, but the spear's gonna be connecting onto the tree, and they will have some control. And Stonebank, his BKB's already run out, but they've already taken down the Shaman. The big amount of control removed away from fight. Now Luki keeping the distance. Kids still going for the blink in onto the PA. They will take another, and Luki will fall as well. And that has to be a fantastic move from the cut, because now they get kills and the objectives they were looking for.
They found the perfect target. Getting the BKB of the PA out of the way immediately is huge. Normally during the Dream Coil, during the Ravage, you get some time as the PA to hit freely and put your damage out before having to pop that BKB, but now she got how many hits off on that Mars? He was used for most of that fight as well. And that is your scaling damage. You gotta understand here that with 2 lives on both the cores of the cut, the only steady damage that you have that's not bound by cooldowns, by mana pools, is right click. It is that PA. If you don't get to output that, there is no way you take this lineup down.
Exactly. She still needs that third item to really make a big impact in this. So, very difficult situation for DogChamp, but they do get the silence on 2. Oil in 10 seconds. Aegis about to blow, but not enough. Quap is still at half HP. Stonebank has TP'd in. They got the Yules. You got the BKB available. Doesn't get the chance to use it. Kits, not enough mana for a Sonic Wave right now. And that Quap is about to pop, but they're going to leave her alive for a second longer. Shadow Realm's going to be there. They take down Pingu. Scourge right next to this Quap and going for the Scream. It's a bit of damage onto the Tidehunter, still has that Sonic Wave and might just throw it onto the high ground. He sees Rayla Lisa, should be ready to go for the blink in, and there's a Sonic Wave. It doesn't actually hit the Tidehunter, but they still have the damage for it, and they will pop the Raging as well. But now Stonebank very alone right now. Treant Protector walking in slowly making his way towards back in, but no chance to use an Overgrowth. And the cut, just success after the other. They really understand the way that this draft works against their opponents, and that's why they're ahead.
Capitalizing on every single time that Ravage is down, really forcing the issue onto the PA's BKB as well. She's grasping her way towards the Pasher, but the last time she used her BKB, it was to take down an Ogre Magi, and it took the entirety of her BKB again. There is just so much damage that she's lacking. Like, this is the catch that made all the difference. Look at the wasted time on that BKB. It's over right now. That was it.
That's it, yeah. Just waltzing their way around all of that. Even double bounties on the side of this Radiant Triangle, because this part of the map hasn't actually been touched in for such a long time. Raking gonna bring some extra money into the table. He's gonna go for an Orchid, because why the hell not?
Yeah, excellent extra control, extra single target damage output when you get into the Bloodthorn, evasion, nullified for the PA without having to buy an MKB. And
one thing I do want to add to the list, innovation. Different types of builds according to the situation, not just situational item picks, but innovative picks. Yep. Scourge McDuck has my props.
I enjoy it. It's clearly the right item for the situation.
But what do we get from DogChamp? Because we honestly, right now, the shape they're in, they still need either a fantastic wombo combo or at least another item on the Phantom Assassin, because every team fight we're like, okay, we're getting close, they lose a team fight, then they're so far away. Now they're catching up again, but they're still not quite there. And the Cut are. They want to capitalize on this beautiful chance for a 4-man arena. If he just spots them, he just uses it for 2. Kits is going to get the Dream Protector, but Kits is dropping low. Sonic Wave will come out. Another dagger from Stonebank, and DogChamp on the retreat. Luki, 40 HP, back to 60, and he's got the skeletons, but here comes TNN. Goes to the aggressive play, and it pays off. And Giant gets the Hex onto the Dark Willow as well. You're in trouble. You are also in the graveyard right now. Buyback from the Tidehunter still has Ravage, but still the damage, it's not sufficient. Not enough.
It is not. I don't even think it would have been a combo play. I think if you get a big combo, you have to kill several other heroes in the Wraith King while he's running around killing the rest of your team. This is a good start. They're focusing the Mars.
Trying to get the Mars out. At least they got the BKB out of coil. Still a bit disconnected. Luki wants to get that perfect Ravage out, and he knows it too. He can't just blow it up into the air, because then the supports are going to roll in, and the Mars also has some free roam. And they can't go in, so they use the coil. They keep them away. The tower's still up. But time is running out as DogChamp. No success yet. Only 9 kills picked up so far. And again, they popped the reincarnation off of the Wraith King, but they are losing heroes every fight. That wasn't even 10k damage on both ends. Now Stonebank jumps onto Giant, and they have to use a Ravage just to get this kill. Just to get this kill.
It's worth it. That is their only threat. Now for 140 seconds, the Cut can do whatever they want.
Look at this. Mars's vision at the first, he didn't see anything until the trees cut down. Pops down the Ravage, no hesitation, as they knew what they were doing anyway is, if you find even one hero, just pop your arena. I mean, we're gonna follow up right on that. And they do exactly so. It's so easy to play as the Cut right now, because any reactionary movement is gonna be positive.
They have so many tools to follow up. And the counterplay has been so limited, by the way. It's one of the things that's the hardest to see, but these fire shields from the Ogre Magi, the PA right now doesn't want to jump on anyone who has a fire shield on. That's brutal. If she doesn't see anyone without a fire shield, she basically can't go. And DNM is just hunting.
Well, found the Dream Protector. Pops his BKB as well. Early on, but doesn't really matter because they've got Luki, and that's going to be a dieback on the Tidehunter. 70 seconds. 70 seconds without your big stun, your big team fight ulti. Now they're just going to push in the waves, are they? Roche is not going to be home, so might as well push lanes.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it doesn't matter that he's dead, because he didn't have a Ravage anyway, but that, like, the realization setting in that, you know what, I might as well just get this dieback over with, because it doesn't matter, I don't have a Ravage, that's sad.
But I think that's kind of the thing as well, like, you kill a hero who just bought back and get that buyback penalty timer added onto it. It gives you that comforting feeling, because the person who bought back usually ends up going in a bit of a tilt mode. I guess you could put... honestly, I guess you could put it that way, because when you're like, I have a lot of weight on my shoulders, and even if I don't have my ulti up and I end up dying somewhere, it's mental damage.
It is. I got a feeling that at this point in the game, though, you're just happy to be holding on as DogChamp. I think you've been quite bloodied by the previous goings-on in this game, and you don't have to put much stock into an extra death here and there.
As you can see, the inventories right there. That is a Bloodthorn recipe. Now up on the Wraith King, sending his courier over to get that last Hyperstone to finish it off. Seeing some guaranteed crits, and that is the way to fight against the Phantom Assassin. No more evasiveness for you, unless you pop a BKB to remove the silence, but they know how to use it. They're going to wait for it. Stonebank has been found, and it goes, and he just tries to force out the BKB, not going to be used yet. Stonebank down to low HP, pop the BKB finally. Luki gets the ulti, he wants for, but where's the damage? The PA is running away. That's exactly what happened here. They finally got the ulti they were looking for, but this time, they don't have the follow-up for it. Ray Lalisa, he's going to hide inside the Roche pit. He's got a kill on the Shaman, but that's about all you're going to be getting. The Cut's running all over you.
Dire's middle tower.
Yeah, Rayla Lisa was not quite close enough there, and he actually got caught by the shaman inside that ward trap there. It was very close. If he did not have the full SK, he'd probably have died.
Garen gonna go for a buyback as the Dream Protector gets killed under his tier 4 towers, and that is the end of the PA2.
Tower is under
Very, very dominant performance here from the cut. And let's look at that team fight again. You see the Mars is doing a heck of a lot of work, and Ray Lalisa jumps into the back, but Kits recognizes the situation. You've got the reactionary move in, might as well go for it and blow out the Sonic Wave. PA moved out of the team fight, we tanked the Ravage, but we're okay with it.
Yeah, we tanked the Ravage, but no follow-up damage is coming, so all we're doing is standing in place for a couple of seconds. And that just feels like the story of this game.
has fallen.
Which it does. GG's called out, and this first game does come to an end as the cut secure the first one over DogChamp and continue their victorious streak.
Very, very convincing, and pretty much the same style that we've seen from the cut throughout this season.